Here we are at the Jacoby Road Launch. We've just got the kayaks off of the truck. Mike's over here. He's working on getting his stuff together, and he's going to put his GoPro on the front there, and we'll be off down the river here shortly. River is over that direction, and from here you probably can't see it, but it is moving along pretty well. So we're going to walk over here and take a quick look. This is the Little Miami River. We walked over, or actually drove over to John Bryan State Park, where it says you can actually put in, but our opinion was that it was not going to work out today. They have one of the roads closed over there, and it was going to be a bit of a challenge, at least a mile portage, and we didn't want to start off the morning that way. So here we are in Little Miami. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool, and you can kind of get an idea how fast the water's moving. I'm going to guess maybe about 3 knots, maybe 4 knots. So we should have a pretty good trip. Plan is to go all the way to Cincinnati. We are just south of Clifton, Ohio, and the beginning of the Little Miami is up in Clifton, but this is a close launch that we could get, that we felt was reasonable at this point. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, Mike's getting in the kayak, and I'm next, and we're going to be off here in a minute. Not a very good launch spot, that's for sure. Well, anyway, we're almost ready. We're gonna see if I can get in this time. Catch you later. Okay, we are off. You can kind of get an idea of how swift the water is here.
Okay, time to coast down the river now.
Yeah.
At about 2 mile an hour or so.
We're probably going, I'm thinking 3 to 4 knots.
3 or 4? 3 or 4 sounds good. So paddlers, beware. The river does move fast on the upper part of the Little Miami.
might think that's a beaver dam, but we've had a lot of flooding lately, and that's just remnants of that flood. Okay, this is the first time being on the water here with this kayak, and so we're going to see how they do going down the river. What's supposed to be in the back?
You're supposed to slide in from the back of the kayak.
I know you are.
You're supposed to straddle it.
Uh-huh, that's what it says.
Now, how do you straddle a kayak when you have all that gear?
Little Miami is a scenic river in Ohio. The closest big city is Dayton, Ohio. And we go through a variety of little small towns all the way to Cincinnati. The town just to the north is Clifton. It has an actual old mill there that they used to grind up the wheat into flour, and nowadays it's a real nice restaurant and you can overlook the river. It's a pretty quaint little place and has a gift shop and all those kind of things. The Christmas time, the place is absolutely unbelievable, the amount of lights. I know it's in the millions. I don't remember how many lights that they have around the building, around the trees, around the water. It's just unbelievable. The other thing that's close here is John Bryan State Park. That's what we tried to put in, but the road down to the one area was closed, and so we went to another area, and it was a mile portage, and that's why we ended up at Jacoby Road, which is actually a recommended launch site for through the Little Miami Scenic Trail. If you do Google on that, well, you'll find that it has a website, and you can determine what you want to do from there. Okay, there's actually no beavers in this area, but there we are again. It almost looks like a beaver dam. There are a few rapids in the river. The question is you know, what class? And you might find some class 1. You got a duck here. going to swing around here and wait for Mike. In case you're wondering, Mike's my son. He's, I think he's going on 38 or 39, something like that. We'll ask him here in a minute. You 38 or 39?
Huh?
Are you 38 or 39?
39.
39. Uh-oh, that means the big 4-0's coming up. Have to have a party.
Holy shit. I got turned around a little bit.
What's that?
I got turned around a little bit.
You know, when you're cussing, I got to delete that from the recording, you know.
Hey, pull your rudder down.
Okay, that was a mistake. Fuck. Okay, that was a lot of fun. We should do that more often. We should do that more often.
Well, this year was fun. I wasn't recording at all.
What's that?
I wasn't recording.
Damn. I think I've got recording of it. Probably can't see that much of it though. All the years of kayaking, and I can't believe that's the first time that's ever happened. this sycamore tree up above.
What?
It's got a big old hole in the sycamore tree up here,
Yeah.
hanging over the water. Wow, that's something. Okay, sycamore tree, see you later. That is really cool. Okay, there's a blue heron just came out of the woods there. He's flying low on the water. I doubt if you can see him, but that's like the 4th or 5th one I've seen. This must be a really good area for the blue heron. Good job. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead, I'll turn around.
Okay, you go first.
Well, you got your tiller all the way up. I'll get over that way. Can. Okay, a little silence there, but A little excitement in between. Another blue heron going way off in the distance. Very graceful bird. I don't know how far south they go. I know I've seen them up in Canada, and you see them here for sure. And I don't know if they go clear on down to Florida or not. Trying to think back, I've done some Florida videos down there, and I think maybe I have seen some blue herons down that way. If you find my Florida videos, you'll see that we had a little, I think it was 12-foot kayak, probably a pretty inexpensive little guy. They were fun though to get out. We were in the 10,000 Island area, pretty much around Marco Island, a little south and a little north of there. Today we're in a Wilderness Systems, and this is a 14'5", and this is new to me, so kind of a testing out to see what we can do. We do have rudders on the back, and they're supposed to help us get around corners and things like that, which is kind of necessary to some degree. I can see why they call this a scenic river. Definitely has a lot of woodlands next to it on both sides. I know in part of the river here there's a bike trail. The bike trail starts in Cincinnati or starts in Cleveland, and so you can go all the way from Cincinnati to Cleveland. We are not to that area where the bike trail is yet, but when we get down that way, well, I'll let you know. There's a little sign here. Looks like private property. We're gonna swing around and see if we can get a shot of it here. It says, "Keep paddling, private property." That's pretty cool. You can see it up there. They got a little hut over there. They got a cooler, and it looks like a grill, and they're all set up. And there's a lot of private property along the river here. A lot of farmland, and I'm sure that it makes it awesome for the people who live around here. The river does flood. They had a flood warning It's been, I think, 2 weeks ago, and then we had some more water, and then we had tornadoes that hit north of Dayton and east of Dayton, and those were this last week. So the river was too high. They were recommending that you did not get on the river during that time period. And you can still see that it's pretty much at a flood stage at this point. A lot of these rapids that we've been going down, you might even have to get out and carry a canoe or a kayak across them because it would be too shallow. But right now we're in a good situation. We've got plenty of water, and as soon as I learn how to paddle the boat in the right way, why, we'll be able to go by them without any trouble. I thought you'd like that. We got several houses along the right side here. Kind of look like little cabins. Got cedar siding on them. Boy, these guys got a great porch out back there. That's pretty cool. So, be awesome to live here, except for when the river floods. Well, we got a little roadblock here, so looks like we're going to do a little either portage around or carry over. Portage around the side of the riverbank here looks extremely muddy, so didn't bring the chainsaw. So we'll figure it out and I'll get back to you. Okay, we found a little place to pull off here, and need to get out of the kayak and get it going. We're going to do a video of Mike getting out of the kayak. You better disconnect your hose.
I guess I'm gonna get my shoes wet.
Probably. I stepped out on that
Here?
little island there, but it wasn't easy. There you go. Can't really control too much up here.
This is not gonna work.
All right, let me grab your arm here. Hang on, man. Let me get over here. Uh-oh. What's that mud?
Oh, hold on. I gotta figure out how to stand up with this thing. Hold on. Oh, take this. Take this. Okay, I got it.
Okay, we'll get back to you in a minute. Well, We just got over the last log jam, and this isn't looking too good. There's no way around. Got some swift water here.
Yep.
I think we ought to go back up on the other side of that tree. It'll be too hard to get out and not get carried down. You going first?
Did I hit the slot?
If you get in just a little bit, right there, go back in there now. Oop. There you go. Sort of. Hang on a minute. There you go. I'll lock you in.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, we're gonna cut the video and get back with you in a few minutes. Okay, we're gonna swing around and show you what we just came around. We went about 50 yards instead of just a short distance because we saw that it was that dam there, and I wasn't real crazy about trying to go over that. Let me get your rudder. I was going to try to show you the log jam up there. Excuse me. I know kayaks aren't supposed to be gas powered, but sometimes the gas just happens. Blue heron just came out of the bushes there. Hopefully you got to see him. Pretty cool. They are so graceful. He went right around the corner here. We'll see if we can see him again. Probably one of my favorite birds. Really, really pretty bird. There he goes. Nothing? Just watching you. Were you adjusting your glasses there, were you? What time you got?
12:30 or so. They're
We
an
have-
hour away, so if you have to adjust the time, you need to call them an hour, 2 hours prior.
Well, we're gonna have to adjust it. We just came around another log jam. Swing around here a little bit and make sure Mike makes it. Looks like he got it. There's a big log right there where those branches are. Thought we were coming up on another log jam, but fortunately it goes around it. I think we actually portaged around 3 so far. 3 portages. Actually, there was 2 log jams at one of the portages. that we went around the second one without even going back in the water. Floods have been really bad this year. I think more so than usual. Coming up on this sycamore tree here, it's actually a archway across the river. It is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeehaw! That was fun.
Well, she calls me by the time going down.
Swinging pole, swinging rope. Such a cool swinging rope. Awesome. Got a footbridge. Got a bit of a log jam here, but we got an opening, so we're gonna try to run it. Hopefully there's nothing under the water that we can't see. All right, we're gonna make it. Good job. Alrighty, that was cool. Oh, blue heron again. There he goes. Wow. Cool. Okay, we got a sycamore tree right across the river here, a little bit low hanging, and we're trying to figure out exactly where the high point is. So I'll tell you when to duck, and duck. Good job. The bicycle bridge up here. Off to our left is Xenia, Ohio, and to the right is Beaver Creek, and then Dayton. If you can maybe see the bikers running across there, there's a bike path all the way to Dayton. It's a paved path. This area has a ton of bicycle paths. This is an old railroad bridge, and fortunately what they did is they got the railroad companies to either donate or they bought the land cheap or whatever, and then they over the years have put the path all over the place. If you go to Xenia, Ohio, why the paths go from there. There's one that goes to Springfield, one that goes towards Columbus, which is the Ohio Erie Trail, and that particular trail goes all the way from Cincinnati to Cleveland. And so there's a lot of bike trails. There's also east of Xenia, there's a trail that goes over to Jamestown, which is the next town over. And so you can just about ride anywhere from Xenia. There's about, oh gosh, there's probably 5 or maybe 6 or 7 or whatever trails that go out of Xenia. So it's really a popular area. There's also the Big Miami River. We're on the Little Miami, as I said before. The Big Miami has a trail that goes all the way along it, clear down towards Middletown and goes north, I think, to Troy, Ohio. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a whole bunch of little tiny ducks, little itsy bitsy guys. Okay, folks, here it is. This is the log jam that made us quit. I just went over the log jam as far as I could go, and it's jammed up for a long ways. So we're going to try to go back. We just went under Route 35, which goes from Dayton to Xenia, and this whole area is just totally blocked off. See if I can swing the camera around a little bit, give you an idea. We came down this little tiny area here thinking that maybe we could get around this log jam, but you can kind of see it through the trees there, and the river's actually on the other side. The main river's on the other side of that, and it's just totally blocked up. I'm an adventure type person, but I can tell you that not an easy way to portage around anything here, and it is very, very difficult through this area. So we have decided to turn around and see if we can get some help to pull us out of this area, and we'll catch up on the river in a lower spot where the log jams aren't so bad. Oops, sorry, folks. Didn't mean to hit you. See if we can worm our way out of here. Gonna be a tight squeeze. Oh, broke that log off. Okay, you got a duck again. Oh, duck, duck. No, we're not talking about a regular duck. We're talking about duck your head. All right, I'm going to swing around. You can see log jams in front of us here. And this is what we paddled down to see to start with. And you can just see here that the river is just like totally blocked. There's just no way through there. And I walked, as I said, I walked down. I probably walked at least 50 yards, and it's just like little tiny ponds in between, but there was log jam after log jam as far as I could see. a little takeout point up the way here. We're gonna go on up there, make a phone call or two, see if we can find somebody to pick us up and get us back to our truck. I'm looking off to the side here and I'm seeing maybe there's another way around this. I think I'll go down here and check it. Oh, there's a log across the river there too. I don't want to get up there because I'll be tipping over if I get into that current there. We went over this one log. I don't know how far we could get. Yep, paddle hard going that way, otherwise you're going to be right on there. Let's see if I can get out. Yeah, I got good ground here. I'm going to climb out and walk down there a little bit and see if it happens to be clear over this way. Okay, folks, I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Oh man. No way through there. Maybe around the corner here. I think I screwed up. Should have gone over that way. Need to go over that way. Maybe. Turn around. Have to go down that other way. Have to go down that other way over there. I missed it when the water was pushing me away from it, so I thought, well, I saw an opening there, but then this clogged up. I'd like to get right through there, but can't get there. a little space, but not enough.
Go back up to the left.
Okay. Hang loose. deep. Okay folks, I wanted to kind of see if you could tell where we actually came up. There's 3 little runs through there. Mike came down through one and I came down through a different one. That whole area is pretty much logged up, but we found a little path through it. So kind of almost in a different, seemed like a different river from where I was to start with, where all the other log jam was. But anyway, we got through it and we're on our way again. Only took about an hour. I think we ought to call that lady and tell her we're not going to make it. Oh, it's in the water. I have a little water bottle thing, and I was trying to find it, and it was tagging along. So I blew it off, and now I can get some more water. Yeah, that might taste a little rubbery, but hopefully it's okay. After all that excitement, we're going to just kind of hang loose down here a little bit. And we will catch you later. We got a ways to paddle yet. Okay, we went about 2 football fields, and I don't know if we can get around this yet or not. I'm going to run over here on the other side and see if it's possible to get through, but it doesn't look good. Nope, not a possibility. Nope, 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 get away. Have to portage it. Portage, sorry.